other recognitions. And Dustin Long's here tonight. Do you want to be recognized? I'll recognize you now, Dustin. Go ahead.
I prefer to go after everybody else.
I'm sorry.
I said I would prefer to go after everybody else has their turn to say
What
something.
are we recognizing for?
We're not recognizing, but two people's all we're gonna recognize. So if you wanna go ahead, you're fine.
3 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mr. Chairman?
yeah.
While we recognize the person, nothing before to speak about it.
You got 3 minutes.
You'll need to forgive me, I'm not a good public speaker, but, I feel as though I'm being singled out and not getting to use my property, for its intended purpose. The quarry's been there since the late 1800s. It predates Cherokee Lake, it predates any of these folks. And when I bought the property, I bought the property in the county with no zoning and a community with no restrictions. I feel like I should be able to use my land for what I bought it for. In addition to that, there's some Tennessee Code 1 ending in 01 and 03. Those are for state roads. They don't apply to county roads. And then the other one, I think it's 05, it ends in 05. Yeah. That takes the power of the road superintendent away, gives it to the county commission for a 2/3 vote. And in your resolution, you're using that statute that says the road commissioner doesn't or to change anything. Use that to travel the road. That means I can't log my timber. I can't do anything. Just about everything I have weighs more than 20,000 pounds. But you're saying that everybody else can do whatever it is that they want to do. Everybody except me. I don't understand how that's fair. Can anybody tell me?
Are you saying that we're singling you out, or we're restricting you? I mean, this resolution's not aimed at anybody that we was bringing up tonight. It's not aimed at any one person. You personally told me when you called me, you said you was gonna build your own road.
I am.
And you told me that, these people have been mean to you, and if they'd apologized to you, you'd let them use your road. And what did I tell you? I told you need to build your road and then just dare anybody to get on it. I told you those very
How am I
words.
gonna build my road if I can't get to it?
We're not restricting you from getting to it.
What am I gonna build it with?
You can get your equipment. Have you not already had your equipment in there, Dustin?
I've got some of my equipment in there.
And nobody's saying that you can't take your equipment in there. You know, nobody is saying anything about that. Anything was not aimed at you personally, not aimed at nobody personally. We want to try to take care of the road the best that we can, but that road, we've got an engineer's report on the road and it didn't come out like we would like for it to come out, but that road will not stand heavy traffic over and over and over every day. And you know that, and I know that. You know enough about roads to know that.
I object, time is up. I mean, you're chairman, you're going on here, I object to this, and
All right. You got plenty of closing statements. We took some of your time. You got another minute. You got anything else to say?
Yeah, I've made mention to a few of the commissioners. How about condemning me right away? That'd get me off of Jimtown Road. But nobody has anything to say about that.
Myself, I was never condemned any property.
Is it not the county, does the county not have the authority to condemn a right of way? Or a road or property?
That'd be a legal question.
Well, how's it not singling me out? Because I'm the only one that would use this, the road in this manner, the way it's written up here.
Excuse me?
Well, it says everybody can call the road superintendent and get a permit.
And you can do the same.
And that's about all I have to say.
Okay. Donnie, you want to comment right now?
The only thing is, Mr. Long, when I took you down there and showed you that property, you told me you was putting a shop, to work on your equipment. Is that true or not?
Who was it that was speaking? What was the question?
When I showed you that piece of property before you bought it, you told me you was gonna try to get a bridge or something across off 11 Dayton.
Yeah, that was another piece of property.
And, I think we're talking about the same one.
We're not. Mr. Thacker ended up buying that property.
Okay. So this is a different set. I apologize.
It is.
Done. Done. At this time, Mr. Sanders, do you wish to speak for 3 minutes?
Yes, please. I'm representing the good people of Jimtown Road, the residents and property owners minus one. Okay. If y'all would raise your hands for show who's here. First of all, we'd like to recognize Mr. Bean and Chad and the road crew for all the work they've done recently to repair the road damage that was caused by these heavy trucks. Now, we've been discussing the hazards of Jimtown Road since March. In April, this body passed a resolution that was based upon the number of axles, the weight, which was later vetoed by the mayor. At the request of the county lawyer, traffic report, or engineering report was generated by a registered Tennessee traffic engineer. That report clearly stated that the road was not appropriate for daily two-way heavy loaded vehicular traffic, and that the road's construction wouldn't hold up to anything other than routine passenger vehicle loads. In fact, the potential severe damage to the road was demonstrated this spring. You may remember the pictures that we handed out in some of the previous meetings that showed the damage. Mr. Bean can attest to the damage that he had to work around. While considering subsequent resolutions, others claim that you are enacting a de facto zoning regulation by restricting the road. To be clear, the resolution before you today does not regulate what any of us do on our property, but only what we can safely put on the road. Under this resolution, all of us can still move products in and off of our property, just in smaller loads. Furthermore, others tried to convince you that this governmental body only had the authority to make speed limits. They were wrong. According to Tennessee code, you not only have the authority to place weight limits on the road, you also have the legal obligation to do so to protect the road from unnecessary damage and to protect the citizens. I'll refer you to a handout I gave that's from the Tennessee University of Tennessee County Technical Assistance Service, and this is what we quote. The resolution for you today is essentially the same resolution that each of you voted unanimously to pass in April. When you first
Hold
heard.
on a second. Look, I'm sorry, we'll start you, we'll give you some time back. Let me get everybody one of these.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll just have to put a minute back
We'll just
on.
have to go ahead and make back in.
You want a minute back on there? Is everyone down on the bottom half?
No,
one?
bottom now, I made that pass them around.
There's only two left.
Oh, time, right. Yeah, hand them out there.
This document just is an example of what you can do. There's more that can be obtained from the technical assistance service as well. Again, we'll start. The resolution for you today is essentially the same resolution which you voted unanimously to pass in April. When first brought up in April, you clearly recognized the risk that the road posed. Nothing has changed, but the risk is still there. To change your vote today surrenders to unreasonable fears of frivolous litigation. To change your vote today puts profit over people. To change your vote today is to say the health and safety of our families does not matter. We, the residents and property owners of Jimtown Road, ask that you do the right thing. Preserve our right to a safe traffic pattern on our road, prevent unacceptable damage to the roadway, and ultimately protect the lives of our families. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Bill. Next item on the agenda is 2021-11-06, introduced by Commissioner Fields.
As was mentioned earlier, we were in closed session with the attorney and everything else, which was not to be discussed, and this resolution will be pulled at this time.
Motion pulled. Resolution pulled. Next item on the agenda is 2021-11-07, introduced by Commissioner DeWitt and Alvis.
Okay, before I talk about this resolution, I've been asked to make an announcement by Doug Jenkins. There's going to be a luncheon for a group tomorrow at Hale Springs Inn at noon to talk about Ballard's Strong Futures program. The local media will be there. Any commissioner that wants to attend, it's at noon at the Hale Springs Inn. If you want to come, you will have your lunch provided. So,
You're right.
I want to ask you a quick question. Why did you pull the Jimtown Road resolution?
You got that turned on?
No, it's on.
Oh, well, is it on?
It's on.
I don't know. What about it? Quit.
Dawson, you lost for words.
Yeah, you got Hannah back there behind you.
Making them laugh.
What was the question?
Why did you pull the Jimtown Road resolution?
No comment.
No, I want to know why you pulled it. You said something about the private meeting was violated or something like that.
No, we were just.
Because you had a whole room full of people here that wanted to see that resolved one way or the other.
We were. It was under the impression we were advised that there was other stuff into play that could be changed, and we were advised to maybe wait until that came up.
Like a lawsuit?
Not necessarily know what it was. It was in private session.
Okay. Did you say that private session was violated?
No, I never said that.
Oh, I thought I heard you say that.
No. I was fussing outside and asked somebody else if they violated the private session.
Okay.
But I didn't personally say who did it or anything else.
Okay. So you're pulling it to temporarily then to see if other issues pop up that might affect it?
Until we get legal counsel. Yeah, it's pulled.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be coming back, but until legal counsel advises us to send it back there, it'll stay where it's at.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Sure. Thank you.